If you're over 60, it's an incredible thought, but every single sip you take can either be a shield for your heart or a step closer to danger. We're talking about hypertension here, and what you choose to drink, well, it holds way more power than you probably think. And look, high blood pressure isn't just about some numbers on a chart. For so many people, it's about something much more personal. It's about the threat to your independence, right? Your ability to just walk without losing your breath, and the strength you need to really enjoy your time with family. The stakes are just incredibly high. All right, so let's really get into this. Hypertension. It's called the silent killer for a very, very good reason. You just don't feel it building up. To make this real, I want you to think of your arteries like flexible garden hoses. Hypertension is like cranking the water pressure way up, day after day after day. Eventually, that constant force starts to wear out the hose, setting the stage for a heart attack or a stroke. But here's where the story takes a turn. And it's some seriously good news. Powerful new research is showing that certain everyday drinks can act like a kind of natural medicine for your arteries. This isn't about taking bitter pills. It's about pouring yourself a glass of something that actively works to protect your heart. So where do we even begin to find these heart-protecting remedies? Well, let's start right where we all feel most comfortable, the kitchen. We're going to look at some surprisingly simple, really familiar drinks that actual clinical studies have shown can make a huge difference. First up on our list is pomegranate juice. And it's almost hard to believe that something this simple, this delicious, could get to the deep roots of high blood pressure. But that's exactly what researchers are finding. It's just packed with antioxidants that give you both immediate relief and long-term protection. Okay, so here's where it gets really fascinating. How this stuff actually works on a molecular level. It naturally gets in the way of this specific enzyme, the angiotensin converting enzyme, or just ACE for short. Now think of ACE as a little switch in your body that's constantly trying to tighten your arteries. Pomegranate juice, it helps flip that switch off, telling your blood vessels to just relax. It's basically nature's way of doing what some really powerful medications are designed to do. And it gets even better. It's not just about lowering the pressure. Studies are showing it can actually reduce the thickness of artery walls and stop that bad cholesterol from hardening into plaque. It's almost like a gentle cleaning crew for your arteries, just scrubbing the walls to keep them flexible and clear. So, pomegranate juice offers this really potent, targeted effect on that ACE enzyme. But sometimes the most consistent support we can get comes from simple, everyday habits. And that brings us to something you probably have in your fridge right now, low-fat milk. So here's the crucial takeaway. In a randomized clinical trial, adults who simply added low-fat milk and yogurt to their diet saw their systolic blood pressure, that's the top number, right? The one that measures the pressure when your heart beats, it dropped by nearly 3 millimeters of mercury. Now I know, that might sound modest, but you have to understand, on a massive scale, that kind of reduction can prevent thousands and thousands of heart attacks and strokes. All right, from dairy, let's move to another kitchen staple that launches this amazing two-pronged attack. A year-long study out of Japan found that unsalted tomato juice lowered systolic pressure by about 4 points, and the diastolic, that's the bottom number, the pressure when your heart rests, by about 2 points. But here's the other half of the story. At the very same time, it significantly improved levels of LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol that can clog up your arteries. Okay, so we're moving from the kitchen pantry out into the garden now, because some plants deliver results so quickly, so effectively, they can honestly rival what you'd get from a prescription. Let's take a look at some of these powerful botanical brews. First up is hibiscus tea. This beautiful ruby red tea made from the dried petals of the hibiscus flower, it's not just some old traditional remedy anymore. Modern science has absolutely confirmed its place as a serious contender for lowering blood pressure. It acts as a natural diuretic, and it helps blood vessels relax. And get ready for this number. A 2010 double-blind trial. This was published in the Journal of Nutrition. The results were just stunning. People drinking 3 cups of hibiscus tea a day saw their systolic blood pressure, again, that top number, fall by an average of 7.2 millimeters of mercury. I mean, that is a meaningful, real-world difference that you can feel. And the science totally backs us up. It's basically using the same playbook as a common prescription drug. Just like the pomegranate juice we talked about, it inhibits that ACE enzyme. But some research suggests its effect can be particularly powerful. This is a potent tool, and it comes from a flower. Okay, hibiscus is impressive, no doubt about it. But our final drink? Well, it's in a league of its own. This isn't just a gentle nudge in the right direction. This is a natural powerhouse that clinical trials have shown can produce dramatic, almost drug-like reductions in blood pressure. So how on earth does it work? Well, the magic is all about something called dietary nitrates. When you drink beetroot juice, your body cleverly converts these nitrates into nitric oxide. I want you to just visualize this for a second. This tiny molecule traveling through your bloodstream. It's a master regulator, and it's telling your arteries to just relax and widen, allowing blood to flow so much more easily. And here it is, the big one. A 2015 placebo-controlled trial found that a single daily glass of beetroot juice dropped systolic blood pressure by an absolutely astounding 7.7 millimeters of mercury. And this wasn't just a one-time thing in a clinic. No, 24-hour monitoring confirmed that this was a consistent, reliable effect all day and all night. But wait, there's more. It goes beyond blood pressure. See, at the cellular level, that same nitric oxide also makes your mitochondria, your cell's little power plants, work way more efficiently. So what does that mean for you? It means your muscles need less oxygen to do the same amount of work. For anyone, but especially for seniors, this translates directly into feeling less tired from just daily life. Walking, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, it all feels easier. So there you have it. We've just covered 5 incredibly powerful drinks, from the familiar stuff in your fridge to the truly formidable brews from the garden. The most important thing to take away from all this is that you have options. Relief can be found in simple, daily choices you make for yourself. So the big question is, how do you actually put this into practice? The key, and this is so important, is to start simple. Please don't feel like you have to change everything overnight. Just pick one of these drinks. Maybe swap one sugary soda a day for a glass of tomato juice, or wind down in the evening with a cup of hibiscus tea. The real magic isn't in perfection, it's in consistency. Those small, daily actions are what create profound, lasting change. At the end of the day, lasting health isn't about restriction or things you can't have. It's about empowerment. It's about the small, powerful choices you can make. And it can start with something as simple as what you put in your glass. The power to protect your heart one sip at a time is truly in your hands. So which shield will you pick up today?